Well, it's Tuesday in Tryon, North Carolina, and we haven't seen the sun now for several days again. These fronts that are coming through are very depressing. The clouds lay down so low that our mountain is high enough that we're sometimes above the clouds, but the clouds roll across the mountain as well. It's not really fog, it's really the mountain clouds. Uh, More rain, not as much as yesterday, but kind of dismal. Not cold, about 60s, but not warm either. Nevertheless, it gives me time to do study, prayer, and meditation, and that's always a good thing. And I think we should always look for the good things of life and not just dwell on the bad. We could wallow in pity for the weather, or we could rejoice in the fact that we have time and the ability to do some study and some prayer and some meditation. Similitudes, what are they? Jesus used them frequently. They're laying something very familiar, something similar to something else to make a point clear. And I once heard a story about a pastor who was playing golf with one of his parishioners, and he couldn't do anything right that day. His drives were going a hook or slice. His approach shots were going over or short of the green. His putts were long or short, and everything was going wrong. And after about 9 holes of perhaps the worst golf that his parishioner had ever seen, he turned to the pastor and he said, "Pastor, I really admire you." And the pastor said, "Well, you certainly don't admire my golf." And he said, "No," he said, "it's through your golf that I admire you." He said, "I've been watching all of the adversity that you've experienced these first 9 holes and all of the bad shots you've made. And you haven't said anything out of the way. No curse words, no profanity, no even substitute words for bad shots and for bad lies in the grass." And the pastor said, "Well, grass wouldn't grow where I spit." What was he saying? Well, he was saying that even though he hadn't said it, it was in his heart and his mind. He was angry, and wherever he spit, grass wouldn't grow. Well, that's exactly what Jesus was trying to say when he was talking about similitudes of attitude and actions, the law and the spirit of the law. As a matter of fact, coming into this section in Matthew chapter 5, he talks about the fact that we are the salt and the light of the world. The salt being an influence and the light being an illumination. Our pastor preached a great and powerful message on how we Christians have to speak up in this world that we live in. We have to not be quiet, but talk about the righteousness of God and what's right and what's wrong. Colossians chapter 4, verses 5 and 6 says, "Make the most of every opportunity. Let your speech be seasoned with salt, and know how to respond to each person." And so we have to let our light shine. And we need to understand that the law is our actions. We may keep the law, but the Spirit is our attitude. A very wise pastor that was here at Landrum First Baptist Church a number of years ago used to say, "You can't prevent the devil putting an evil thought into your mind, but you don't have to make that snapshot become a full-length motion picture." A similitude. What does it mean? Well, the devil may put an evil thought into your mind or an image into your mind. You may picture something as you'd like to see it, but you don't have to dwell on it. You don't have to allow that snapshot to become a full-length motion picture. You can rebuke the devil and change your thought mind, and that is your attitude, the spirit of the law. That's why Jesus said, if you look on a woman with lust in your heart, it's the same as having committed the act, especially if you let that snapshot become a full-length motion picture. So we need to realize that all of us are called to be light and salt. We're to be an influence and we're to be an illumination in the world around us. And keeping the law is good, but we need to be sure that we keep the spirit of the law as well, which is our attitude. So let our actions and our attitude be Christ-like. Let us be like salt and light in this world around us. And let our light shine, not be silent over issues that are ones that Christians should speak up on. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.